Hello guys, it's Paula. How are you guys doing today? I am here to do a page in the altered book, as I promised. So, today, I thought we could, this is another one of my digitals that's not released yet, but this is just a rough draft of it. So I've been using some of them. I don't have them all printed off, but if it works into my design, I go ahead and use them. And that way you'll have something to look forward to when they come out. And I hope you like them. I mean, they're fun to collage with. I'll tell you right now, the doilies are awesome. I've got a lot of different options for things to collage with. Let's see. Let's get this on here. I want to try not to have too much of the gray in the background. So, because I've got this really cool digital that I got yesterday, I wanted to use it today. It's by My Porch Prints. I don't know the name of it, but it is these beautiful birds. This is the page we're using today, but there's a variety of them. There's like six to eight, I think, maybe 6. But anyway, so I suggest you go check them out. They're really pretty and they're all different. So, but they're all kind of muted like this, which I like, and they're soft. So, I am going to use this because these don't fit the pages in this book. I thought what I do, I really love the whole part of this. I want to put it down, and I think I'm going to use my doily to shape it out. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this little edge off. I think it's easier to tear the little edge off with this raggedy ruler of Tim Holtz. It's not raggedy, but it does give it a rough edge. So it gives it a torn edge. It doesn't give it a jagged edge. Does that make sense? Yeah, but it is lots of fun to do it with both rulers, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to tear all around it so I don't have to deal with it again. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the last series, the Christmas series. I don't know how often I'll be doing Christmas, but just in the month of July. And when I get back from my trip to my sister's, I will be doing a flip through of the sewing book. And we still need to do a rainbow page or 2. We probably need to do 2 by now, so we can get them finished and have them, because we're real close to 1,500, like 3 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, jump in and help us. We're trying to make it to 2,000. You know, it's kind of slow, but I am pretty new. I've been doing videos since, gosh, it's been a year. You know, I didn't know a soul when I started, and now I have lots of friends. And, I mean, I didn't know a soul on YouTube. I introduced myself to Gail, and Gail was so kind as to mention me on her channel, and things changed since then. So I owe a lot to Gail, and I really appreciate her a lot. Not only that, she's very much a big inspiration. Okay, so let's see. We just want to cover the text with this. So my thing is, I just think I want to tear down the middle and hope that I'm getting down the middle pretty well. let's just do like this. I'm looking to see if it's the middle. I think it's going to be close enough, so I'm just going to do it right here. Again, it's just paper, and I'm just wanting to just put it down and collage some around it. This one is a little bigger. Of course, I didn't measure. That's what happened. So I'm just going to take a little bit off. I don't like it down in the binding because the binding's under stress as it is with an altered book. And so we don't have to worry about it. Oh, don't go crooked. That one is definitely not straight. Okay. There we go. And I really don't care that it is. Now, I could add white paper in the background, but I just wanted to do something different. I thought this would be fun. Now, I am going to put it underneath. So, you don't have to worry about, you know. Let's just start putting some underneath and see what happens. I'm going to put the big strips down in and around these pictures of the birds. Now, this is a layout without a pocket. We can add a pocket should we decide to. And I'll have to think about how that could happen if I decide to do that. Let's see. All right. Now, I'm going to just put it right here down. You know what? I'm going to tear this at an angle and see if I can get it to kind of do like you would do a frame, you know, just for a different look is what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm going to do it like that. And we're going to lay over this. So just parts of this is going to be peeking out. Yeah. Now, this one, we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to get out a pair of scissors that I can cut with. So when it's wet, it's kind of hard to tear it. I'll have to do it ahead of time this time. Yeah, just like that. And I'm going to hang on to these little pieces because you never know. We might need them. Okay, so I'm thinking over here, let's go ahead and do another big one. Let's tear another big one and get another piece down. Okay. This particular doily is on cardstock, which meant it was kind of like, it was made for me to figure out how I wanted to make all this come together. I'm going to tear it at that angle. Be a whole lot easier, right? Okay, and then from this angle down here, I got that one a little bit chubbier, didn't I? It doesn't matter. I'm not really trying for perfection, so that works out fine. Okay, so now I'm just going to, can you guys even see? I'm kind of hanging down on this. Let me move up. So sorry. I just realized that I wasn't up high enough. Okay, so I'm going to glue this right here. See what happens. Now, I kind of did this. I did this in another video where I did a border first. And that's because when you use like if you just see a paper you like and it feels like a scene to you and you want to use it, this is how you do it. You just put a border around it. And that makes it fun. Now, make sure you put it down really good in the in toward the spine. this video here should, I've told you this before, but I'm just telling again for the ones that didn't hear. I'm going to be visiting my sister for just a couple days, and I want, this doesn't look like it's going to go far enough. I need to see if I have a second one. Hold on, let me get it out of my case. I'm going to, I'm trying to do my videos ahead so you don't have to be without a video. I figure if Gail can do it, surely this old person can do it. But Gail gets with the program now. She does get with the program. She takes care of her peeps, which is one of the things I love about her. If I can't find this same one in here, we'll just have to figure out something else. And that's okay too. I have one that's, I have the one that is brown. You know which one I'm talking about. I've used it a bunch. It's kind of really just a light color. It's this one. So we're going to have to use it. So what I think is we'll do the white down the long side and do this one down the short side. Does that make sense? Short side meaning across the top and bottom. So let's go ahead and do that on this side, because it has, you know, it has some flowers that are like in a row also. So let's go with, I want to make sure we have enough of the flowers. If we don't, what we'll end up doing is just putting some of this. It'll be all right. It's not supposed to be matchy-matchy anyway, Paula. You'd think someday I'd learn that, wouldn't you? Okay, so here we go. Okay, wouldn't it be nice if we'd have enough for two? I'm going to do it like this. Now, these aren't meant to be beautiful. They're just to keep us from showing the ugly old, yeah, see, that's not going to be perfect, but I can put it right over it like that. And over here, I'll try to get it right also. Again, I'm not an expert at this, but I do know if you cut angles, you can get like a, sort of like a frame. These pictures are worthy of a frame. That's just what I'm saying. Okay. Now, I'll bring this down just a little bit so I can see to get it straight. Okay, I need to bring that down a little bit, I think. Whoa, let's bring it down just a little bit. Now, I really should have tore that because it looks a little bit too straight for me, for my liking, but that's okay. Not too worried about it. So, I hope you guys have had a good day. Today is, this is my third video for today, but I'm trying to get one. What I was going to tell you a second ago is I'm trying to get a video for each day I'm gone. So let's see, there's one that will air today, and then there's one that will air let me think, tomorrow, and then Saturday, and then this one will air on Sunday. Just kind of an FYI, so you know what to expect. Okay, so I'm going to tear this at an angle, like we should have on the last one. But, you know, who makes the rules? Who's the collage Who is the Collage Queen person? I don't know. The closest one I know is Rachel. She doesn't set the rules, but she does a great job. And she really gives it a lot of thought. I kind of like to just slap it down and move on. I think I get a natural look by doing that for me. And I do plan some of it, but I think you have to, you know, do some planning. There's no telling what you'll end up with. These should have probably been not as wide, but who cares how wide they are? They're going to be covered up, right? I wish they were the same color, but I will tell you this. I think both these colors, white and kind of a grayish white and kind of a pale khaki. I don't know what it is. Here we go. Now see, it's just barely going to show. If you look, maybe, I think I'm going to tear some more off of this. I think I got it too crooked and it's not fitting on here where it can cover up all the text. Plus, I want to show my stuff. And I think this will, if we do it like this, because I got too much on this side. Yeah, see? It doesn't need to show a lot. I just want it to show a little bit. Okay, so now, get my page all coordinated here so I don't get anything on this bird. So I'm going to flip it over on the page that it's on. And when it gets time to go down to the edges, I will make sure it's not on top of the doily. Because that is our trim, after all. I just printed these last night. I almost didn't buy them, and I'm so glad I did. I went to meet... to My Porch Prints is where I got this one, but I also went over to Medieval Mirage. I think that's the name of it. I've watched Miss Rachel watch or use their stuff, and there's some beautiful stuff. It's not all like what you think it would be. You know, in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be all castles and, you know, the things you would expect during that time. Oh, come on. Don't stick there. Let my bird stick. Let me see. Okay. Now, I'm going to get that to line up and see how far down. I want it to do about like that. Ooh. Pretty. This book is going to be valuable when it's all over with. You know, I've thought about all the paper and glue that I've put into this book and the hours. It's, you know, probably only be valuable to me, but it's precious so far. Okay, so I'm going to glue this page and put it up because it is too sticky to use right now. And we're going to start on the other side. And when we're done with that, we'll add a little bit of decoration to it. I mean, it speaks for itself, if you ask me. I mean, look at that. Those are beautiful prints. And so, yeah, it does speak for itself. Now, I'm going to tear another strip off here. I think we're going to have enough because we're doing it this way. Okay, we cut one more off here, or tear one more off here, and then we'll be ready to roll with that one. Okay. Now we have to kind of look and see how long we need this and how long or where we need to tear it. So let's tear up here. I'm going to tear it inside. Let me get inside the lines of the book. And listen, I just go up to the corner and I don't measure. I don't care. I just do my own little thing, and that one is not wanting to tear. That is hard to tear. Okay, so it's going to get cut, and hopefully the other one, it's because it's cardstock, and I'm not using cardstock for most of this if I can avoid it, just because it's hard for me to tear that. When you've got a big piece of cardstock, you know, it's hard to get it torn. Okay, so that one is ready. And I figure this side can mimic the other side. And we will be ready to get this one down. This is not a real difficult project today. But it's fun to have these kind where it's just a lot of fun rather than a lot of work, right? Okay. So, get this glue on my doily here. This doily, I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but it is stunning. It actually, when it folds up, it's like each row will fold up if you want it to. It's just unique and lots of fun. Okay. I am working on some new stuff. I'm designing some new tear pages right now. And so far I'm loving it. So far I'm loving it. I like the way they're looking. Okay, so here we go. Whoa! Goes this direction, straight down this side. When it's on cardstock, really press it down. You know, I feel like, though, every time I've made a page, I have to, I do have to, you know, go down into the binding where this curls down here and trim that, because it just has a tendency to want to, you know, do its own thing. Now we're going to do I'm going to get in here and tear this little part off first, because I don't want that one strip on here. If I can get it torn, it's heavy. Okay, there we go. Now, let's get this one off. Just trying to make it be like a roll of flowers around the outside. It would have been nice had they been a roll of flowers that looked alike or was the same color. But the beauty of flowers, we all know, is when they're not alike. And I don't think any one flower was created alike. They might be the same type, but a lot of love went into each one. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this right here. Well, let's start on this side. And I'm going to tear right here. Okay. And then over here, I hope you guys can see. Okay, yeah, you can. On this side, I'm going to tear. Let me push that over as far as I can. I want it to kind of match Okay, let's see what this will look like. So I went through all my birds to see if I could find birds that were similar to the birds on these papers. Well, of course, the same birds were not available, but colors and stuff like that were. So I'm going to make some of them look a little dimensional. I'm not putting any adhesive or pop dots or anything. I'm putting adhesive. I'm not putting anything to pop them up. I just want them to, what happened to my other one? Didn't I tear both of them? I know I did. There it is. Gripe, gripe, gripe. That's who I am. Okay, here we go. Let's do like this. And put this right here so we can tear. Okay. And then on the other side, oh, just a second. Let me go like this. Let's get down here. There we go. I think that part is done. Just got to stick this one down. This is called a border or frame in a little bit of a sloppy way. In other words, it's not the most perfect build. All right, now let's turn it back around and see if we can't get centered on here in an appropriate way that I can get all this paper out of my way so you can see better. Now, here is our other page. It looks like he's looking away, but he is actually belongs on this side of the page. He's like not even the same kind of bird, so he's thinking, I don't have to talk to you. I am a different bird. I have my own family. Okay, so right here is where that's going to go. I'm going to get a clean piece of paper because this one is sticky. I'm learning that if you have an image that you want protected, don't put them down on this sticky paper because it will rip their face off or whatever. Okay, so we're going to put this on. All right, please cooperate, paper. It's just going a little crazy. All these different directions. Okay. After I do this video, I got to get my goodies together for my sisters. We're going to work on an album and maybe a scrapbook page. I don't know yet. That's what we're thinking about doing. Okay, so I'm going to line it up as best I can to the top. And where I can have a little bit of a border, I did not cut this picture any more narrow because I really wanted it to, you know, show most of the bird. So, I'm wrestling this book. It gets a little bit more tough the further you get into it because, you know, it's easy when you're making pockets to come up with stuff. But now we can lay a pocket on here if we decide to. If we would to, you know, wanted to. But I don't think so. Look at this. How pretty. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, so I did find some birds I thought would look really good on here. This one has pink flowers. So I'm just trying to think I think he needs to be down on the ground because he has this flat surface here. I am going to ink around him a little bit because he's got white edges from being fussy cut. Okay. And that just will make him pop off the page more also. So I'm thinking right here for him, and then the other one, let me get him inked also. I don't know the name of either one of these birds. If you're a bird person and you want to tell everyone. I love birds. I think they're beautiful. I don't like the mess they make, and I don't like them nesting on my front, in my front porch, or on my front porch. They just make a mess. You can't have anybody to the front door. You end up wanting to bring them in through the garage because they have made a nasty mess. Okay, so this one has a little bit of a branch here. So, and really, this is the perfect place for him or her. Not quite sure. I'm wanting it to lean a little bit, but not so much that she's got a pretty long tail. Yeah, we're putting her right there. She's going to rule the roost. Now, I'm going to ink this down. Let me move some of this stuff. Ah, it makes me crazy. Now, this would be a fun page. I have to look and see, but it would be a fun page to stamp some like silhouette-like flowers, because it's already got a text stamped on it. Okay, he's really close to the center, isn't he? But his the branches are never that long, so you know. But really, I can't move him over much more because he is like long, and I don't want him like stabbing the other bird in the back. All right, so now we'll put our other little bird on here. And I'm wondering if maybe there's some kind of quote or something we can put. Now, I think this is going to be really pretty right here. He's perfect for this spot. I'm sure this is actually in the top of a tree. But you never know. Okay, so I'm going to look at, let me look here for a second. So we have these Tim Holtz, but those are pretty dark, aren't they? But I'm just going to kind of tear one out and just see. I actually just saw the word bird on this paper. Now I'm going to want to go back and see what it says. Let's see what it says. It just says cruise bird. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Something about a castle. There's very little of the actual book you can read. So I have these on old paper text, and I'm thinking we could either stamp it straight onto the book page and hope for the best, or like I tore that out horrible. Look at that. I really don't think we have any places that we can do that. So let me put this sticky paper away, and then we're going to see what little details we can do on this. There's not a lot left to do on it as far as this page goes, but we can move on to the next page if we decide to. Let me see how much time we are sitting on here. Okay, 35 minutes. I don't think we can do a whole page, but let me move this book out of the way. Get it over here. Let's see what we could do. Let me think. If there's any doodling or anything like that. Oh, and I was going to read all these quotes Well, not a bunch of quotes, but some quotes. They're not actually quotes. Some of them are just words. So this gold has, remember this, don't forget, important, top priority, completed. This is bucket list, grateful for. See, I'm really grateful for these birds. They're so beautiful. Okay, so let's see what else we've got in some of these other books. This is an occasion book, but let's see what Small Talk has to say. I like the small talks too. Start doing things you love. Have an open heart. Life was meant for a great adventure. Travel the world over to find the beautiful. No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. When nothing is sure, everything is possible. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Leave a sparkle wherever you go. Go where your heart takes you. Do your best. Stay simple, and so the adventure begins. We are fearless, independent, and original. There is beauty in simplicity. Take a risk. Choose to see the good stuff. It's always too small. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. That's fun. Okay, none of these have anything to say about birds. And we probably won't find one, but we can find one about how we feel. You are all I hope to find in every single way. Replace fear of the unknown with curiosity. Always be on the outlook for the presence of wonder. Yeah, see, I like that. That's the second one I've liked. With brave wings, she flies. We definitely have to have that one on here. I'm going to ink it around the edges. Of course, I will ink this page off camera. Or I might ink it on camera. Okay, so I'm thinking this one up here is a good one to put that on. Let me make sure it's straight. No. It sure looks straight from over here. Now, it probably won't come off. Yeah, it's going to, but I'm going to have to add some glue to it. Because I tore all the sticky off, probably. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it up as I kind of stick it on, so I don't have to do that again. Okay. All right. I like that when we do the collaging in this book, we can do whatever we want. You know, we can, whatever you're feeling at the moment, whatever you want to express, always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. I like that. Let's see what else we've got. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. No journey is too great if you find what you seek. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Shine like the whole universe is yours. Never doubt your instinct. Together is the best place to be. You know what? I think they feel that way. I like that one. I'm going to put it with the love. Oh, no, I'm not. It's torn off already. Something's not right with it. The whole top came off. We see it again. We'll grab it. Okay. And they've got some black. They've got some black ones too. Let's do this first page. I don't think we looked at it. Be open to what comes next. Look on the bright side. Live simply. Give generously. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. I think we did read this. No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. Okay, so. Okay, I'm thinking that we can do the one about the, oh, where'd it go? I like that they're together, but I'm looking for something else. I might have to go over into the black ones and see. I kind of wanted to stick with the white, but okay. Be your beautiful self. That's going on this bird. I'm sure he's thinking about how beautiful he is. What do you think? I think he's beautiful. After we put these on, be your beautiful self. I'm just going to line it up with this little tag on the background here. Perfect. Now, it has to, we've got 2 more birds. So I'm just going to choose their thoughts. Never doubt your instinct. I think birds have good instinct, don't you? Shine like the whole universe is yours. I think I'm going to do that. I like that one. But I really want one for a couple. Don't forget to fly. I always like the little things that indicate, you know, take flight. There's several different ones, but I always use them when I'm using a bird if I have them available. Okay, don't take flight. Let's see. Let's put him right there. Now, I'm going to find one for a couple, or else. I think I tore up the only, well, I actually didn't tear it up. Happiness depends on ourselves. So they could be talking about their selves. I don't know what other one on here could even come close. What seems ordinary is often the extraordinary. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to look back at the front, and if I can't find anything this time, I'll just use one. Be you bravely. Fall in love with as many things as possible. Okay, right there is talking about love. That's close enough for me. Okay, so this, you are going to have a video each day, just so you know, while I'm gone. And so I think I'm going to cut this in half. So I don't know, I can stick it straight through, can't I? Maybe I'll stick it down here. That way you can see how beautiful they are. Let me make sure it's straight. We don't want something crooked. All right. So I'm going to put the lid on the glue, and then we're going to ink to finish off this video. I hope you guys had fun today. Really, we did 3 videos today. You don't realize this, but we did. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm pretty tired because I've had a lot to do on top of that. I've been ink staining, and I finished that today. Now, I just thought I'd look and see what little stones I have. And maybe put a little stone next to each message. Have you ever done that? Kind of like a tick mark. I like to do it when I have the opportunity. And it will give a little bit of something, something to this page. I'm going to do very small ones. And I should probably ink before I do that. Let's ink real fast. This is not going to be a drawn out ink. All I'm going to do is the edges. Oh, I just noticed that's loose. I'll have to go back and glue that down. Yeah, I just do quick inking. And I ran out of cardstock last night, and I was white cardstock that I use on the printer, and I was not a happy camper. I'm going to talk my husband in. He doesn't know it yet. I'm going to talk him into going by and getting me some at Michael's. I just need like the 65-pound. Our computer won't take anything, our printer, I mean, won't take anything thicker than that. Like, I like to use 110-pound on it because it really does give you the greatest of great. But, nope. It won't pull it through, even if you put it up there one sheet at a time. Makes me crazy. I tried it again today thinking maybe it had forgotten I tried it before. Okay, so here we have it all inked up. It's not anything special, but I really like the way it turned out. I'm going to have to glue some things down. Look at that. Makes me crazy. Makes me crazy. I forgot to load my glitter glue to go with me. I need to do that because I might have something I just can't, you know, not have like that. And over here, this is also, I'm sorry, I'm moving this thing all the way around, but I'm trying to get everything glued down. Sometimes, you know, when it takes you a while to get paper down, you just have to go back and operate on it. Didn't know you was going to be a surgeon. But we are in our own little way. Okay. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Do these little corners. Those are the kind of things that snag onto things and get torn, is the corners. Now let me make sure. This is kind of poofing up a little bit. So put that right there. Hold it down for a minute. Now I'm looking to see if there's anything else trying to come up. Sometimes these little stickers will do that too. So anyway, I wanted to see about putting a gem. I just think this page has an elegance about it. Where did my pen go for my glue? This is irritating. So, mercy, mercy. Let's see. Where did it go? Did you guys see where it went? Listen. There it is. I heard it this morning. My husband, I might have told you guys this in a previous video. I'm sorry, I had to get a drink. My husband was helping me. I was stamping and I had these little tiny leaves, you know, like two little leaves that just kind of V out in the direction of a V. And it fell in my lap. And when I got up, I couldn't find it on my lap. I couldn't find it on my rear end. I couldn't find it on my arm or anywhere, in my chair, on my leg. I looked everywhere, and then I looked all over the floor. So my husband can always find stuff. He makes me a little crazy that way. And he comes in and he looks everywhere. He just knew he was going to pick right up on it. I'm going to put a little dot at the end of each little tag. And I'm not putting big ones. I'm putting little tiny gems. So he couldn't find it, which was a first for him. I can't remember him not finding something in a long time. These are so tiny, I don't think they'll bulk it up very bad. But anyway, so he wasn't gone 5 minutes, and I come in here, and Sadie has it sitting right in front of her where she had tried to chew it. I got on the phone and I said, hey, the dog found it in like 1 minute. I went in the bathroom and I came back out and she had it right in front of her. I'm surprised she wasn't eating it. You guys, she eats everything. I can't even take her outside without getting crazy with her because she, you know, it's 200 degrees out there and she's going to piddle around and eat grass and come in the house and throw it up. Any suggestions? Oh my gosh, she makes me crazy. So I think this just adds a little bit of, just got to think about stuff like this, you know, whether you can come up with something unusual or different. This is not something you would see with a little birdie. But I think it will look pretty if I can get it flipped over with my crazy fingers. Hopefully that will stay on there. The glue, I don't know how much glue actually made it. Okay. Last one. So I hope you guys have a fun the next few days and a good time. I want to come back and hopefully be over 1,500 on my subscribers so we can work toward 200. Numbers are not that important to me, but I know in order for people to find me, the numbers make a difference. The more subscribers you have, the more you pop up on the screen and people can see what you're doing. So, and that's how they can find you, which makes it nice. So, this is our page in our altered book. We are getting really close, guys. And I don't know what you think, but I think that it's not over the top alligator. I'm putting my glue stick back in here just a moment. Okay, anyway, I think it's turning out pretty nice. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you back in a few videos before I actually get back home. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'd love to have you. And welcome to all my new subbies, and I appreciate you guys a lot. So keep coming back. Leave me a comment so I can get to know you. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.